Hello, I'm Peter Fenrich. Welcome to Teaching Skills for Post-Secondary Educators. This video is based on Chapter 1, the Instructional Development Cycle of my book, Practical Principles of Instructional Design. By the end of this presentation, you should be able to adopt or adapt an instructional development cycle model. The instructional development cycle is a systematic, iterative process of activities needed for creating instructional materials. Following an instructional development cycle model helps to ensure that your lessons will be instructionally sound. Typical instructional development cycle models include all or most of the same phases in one form or another. In this presentation, we're going to be looking at Fenrich's model. Fenrich's model addresses the weaknesses in the ADDIE model. There is a planning phase, and evaluation and revision will be done at least after each phase. Think about some potential problems that could result from following Fenrich's model. Pause the video, click on play to compare your ideas with mine. There might not be enough resources to thoroughly complete each phase. The project may take too long to finish. It can become expensive to keep making changes. Some phases may need to be started before the previous phase is finished. Most, if not all, models will have these problems. With respect to the model's potential problems, what can be done to help minimize the potential problems? Pause the video, click on play to compare your thoughts to mine. A solution to the potential weaknesses is to include a team member skilled in managing projects. This person will ensure that there is a reasonable budget and timelines before proceeding, and then manage those resources, and determine when further changes to a phase should not be done. In other words, what has been done is good enough. The project manager will decide on when a subsequent phase should be started. With the future project in mind, analyze the two models to determine whether you will adopt or adapt either for your next project. Alternatively, search for a different model. Pause the video, click on play when you are ready to continue. Reflect back on what you have learned. What is an instructional development cycle? What are the phases in an instructional development cycle model? Pause the video. Click on play when you're ready to compare what you have to my answers. The instructional development cycle is a systematic, iterative process of activities that you need to do in order to create courses and lessons that effectively teach. Good instructional development cycle models should have the phases of analysis, planning, design, development, implementation, and evaluation and revision, where evaluation and revision are done at least after each phase. Think about what you have learned. What are the potential problems of instructional development cycle models? How can those problems be minimized? Pause the video, click on play when you're ready to compare what you have to my answers. Potential problems with any model can arise from a lack of resources, the project taking too long to finish, continual changes becoming expensive, and the steps of some phases needing to be started before the previous phase has been completed. A project manager, a reasonable budget, and achievable timelines can minimize the potential problems. You have finished working through this lesson. Is it time to take some time off to relax? The content in this presentation and the others in the series are based on my book. I wrote the book because post-secondary educators are hired for their content expertise. They often have little or no training in their profession of teaching. This interactive book aims to solve that problem by providing just-in-time learning in how to teach effectively. This book contains far more detail than is reasonable to provide in the presentations. If you would like the book, the link in my YouTube channel takes you to Amazon.